Hello students, this is Asma Babani and today I am going to explain you Social Science of Grade 7, Chapter 7, India, Location, Border, Area and Physiography. Let's start the chapter. You have learnt about the location, borders, area and physiography of Gujarat in class 6. Now we will learn about India. Fill in the information in the blanks given below about India. India lies between 8.4 degree north latitude to 37.6 degree north latitudes and 68.7 degree east to 97.25 degree north longitudes. India is in the dash of Asia. Students, India lies to the south part of the Asia border. Dash is in the east. Bangladesh is in the east. Arabian Sea is in the west. China is in the north, Sri Lanka is in the south, Pakistan country is in the northwest. Students, in this chapter we are going to study about the location, border, area and physiography of our country India. India has a very strategic location. It lies in the northern hemisphere. It lies in the southern part of the continent of Asia and it lies between 8.4 degree north to 36.6 degree north latitude and 68.7 degree east to 97.25 degree east longitude. Let's study about borders of India. The Himalayas are in the north of India. India shares its northern border with China and Tajikistan. In the northeast, India shares its border with Nepal. In the east of India lies Bangladesh and the Bay of Bengal, while the northwestern border of India is shared by Pakistan. The Arabian Sea is in the west of India, and in the south of India is the huge Indian Ocean and a small island country, Sri Lanka. Area. India extends from Kashmir in the north to Kanyakumari in the south and covers a distance of 3,214 kilometers from north to south. It extends from Arunachal Pradesh in the east to Dwarka in the west and covers 2,933 kilometers from east to west. The land area of India is approximately 32,87,263 square kilometer. Hence, India is considered as the seventh largest country in the world in terms of land area. India tapers towards the north and the south and is relatively broader in the center. There are 29 states and 7 union territories, including New Delhi, the capital of India. Students, India extends from Kashmir in the north to Kanyakumari in the south. The north-south length of India is 3,214 kilometers. Also, India extends from Arunachal Pradesh in the east to Dwarka in the west. The east-west length of India is 2,933 kilometers. The total land area of India is approximately 32,87,263 square kilometer. This makes India the seventh largest country in the world in terms of land area. There are 29 states and 7 union territories in India. The shape of India is narrow in the north, broad in the middle, and again narrow in the south. Physiography. The landform of India is not uniform everywhere. On the basis of variations in the landforms, India can be divided into 5 following physiographic divisions. Number 1, Northern Mountain Range. Number 2, Plains of North India. Number 3, Central and Deccan Plateaus of India. Number 4, Coastal Plains. Number 5, Islands or Archipelago. Number 6, Indian Deserts. Students, the study of physical features of Earth's surface is called physiography. In India also the Earth's surface is not same everywhere. There are different forms of land in our nation, and on the basis of these variations in the landforms, India can be divided into following 5 physiographic divisions, which is number 1, Northern Mountain Ranges. Number 2 is Plains of North India. Number 3 is Peninsular Plateaus of Central and South India. Number 4 is Coastal Plains. And number 5 is Islands. And number 6 is Indian Deserts. Number 1, Northern Mountain Range. The Himalayas is a chain of three mountains and is called the Himalayan mountain range. It is the highest mountain range in the world. There are three divisions of the northern mountain range. Number 1 is Himalayan mountain range, number 2 Himalayas, number 3 Eastern Himalayas or Purvachal range. There are three distinct and parallel ranges. The northernmost range towards China is known as the Greater Himalayas. The central Himalayas lie in the center, and the range towards India is called Shivalik range. Students, the northern region of India is covered by Himalayas. Himalayas is not a single mountain, it is a long chain of mountains. It is called the Himalayan chain of mountains, and it is the highest mountain range in the world. The Himalayan chain of mountains consists of three distinct and parallel ranges. The northernmost range, which extends towards China, is known as the Greater Himalayas. The chain of mountains right in the middle is called Central Himalayas. The southernmost range of mountains that extend towards the eastern part of India is called Shivalik Himalayas. Students, let's study about the divisions of northern mountain ranges. Mountain ranges of Himalaya. Mount Godwin Austen Peak of India is 8,611 meters high. It lies in the Karakoram range. Mount Everest, that is 8,848 meters, is the highest peak in the world, which is located in the Himalayan range in Nepal. Kanchenjunga, 8,518 meters, Nanda Devi, 7,817 meters, and Badrinath, 7,138 meters, are high peaks located in the mountainous region of the Himalayas in India. Students, the northern mountain ranges can be divided into two categories. The first one is mountain ranges of Himalayas. The highest mountain of the world, Mount Everest, which is 8,848 meters, lies in the Himalayan range in Nepal. The highest peak of the Himalayas in India is the Mount Godwin Austen, which is 8,611 meters high. Other important mountains of the world which are located in Himalayas are Kanchenjunga, Nanda Devi, and Badrinath. All these mountains are located in India. Mountainous regions of Eastern Himalayas. The eastern part of the Himalayas is mountainous. Patkoi and Lushai, very high hills, form parts of the Eastern Himalayas, whereas Garo, Khasi, Jaintia, and Naga, the not so high hills, form parts of the Southern Himalayas from the east-west direction. Students, the Himalayas in the eastern part of India are hilly, hence the mountains here are not very high. The main ranges in this region are Patkoi and Lushai. The important mountains located in the southern part of this region, ranging in the east-west direction, are Garo, Khasi, Jaintia, and Naga. Plains of North India. The plains to the south of the northern mountain range are formed by the alluvium brought by the Himalayan and peninsular rivers. They cover the vast area of northern India. This is why they are known as the plains of North India. The plains made by the rivers are so vast that it is one of the largest plains in the world formed by the rivers. Due to the vastness of these plains, it is one of the most prosperous and populated areas of India. Students, the plains located in the south of the northern mountain ranges, that is Himalayas of India, are known as the plains of North India. These plains cover a vast part of North India. These plains have been formed by the alluvium brought by the Himalayan rivers. These plains are so huge and vast that they are one of the biggest plains of the world formed by the rivers. The plains of North India are one of the most prosperous and thickly populated areas of world. Central and Deccan Plateaus of India. The Central and Deccan Plateaus lie to the south of the plains of North India. They are spread like a triangle surrounded by water bodies on three sides, so it is called a peninsula. It is the oldest landmass made up of rocks. The rift valleys of the Narmada and the Shon rivers are located in this plateau. This plateau is further divided into two parts, Malwa Plateau to the north and Deccan Plateau to the south. The soil in this plateau is not very fertile, but because it is black, this area yields a variety of crops and is also a treasure house of many minerals. Students, just below the plains of North India, in the southern direction, is the Central and Deccan Plateau of India. This plateau is in the shape of an inverted triangle. Since this plateau is surrounded by water on three sides, it is called a peninsula. This plateau is the oldest landmass of India. It is made up of hard rocks. The valleys of Narmada and Son River are located right in the middle of this plateau. These valleys divide the plateau into two parts. The northern part is called Malwa Plateau and the southern part is called Deccan Plateau. The soil of the central and Deccan Plateau is black but it is not very fertile. However, many areas of this plateau yield good crops. This plateau is so rich in minerals that it is called the treasury of minerals. Coastal plains. India is surrounded by seas on all three sides. The coastline is approximately 7,517 km long. The coastal region is made up of narrow plains. The ocean lies on one side of the coastal plain while the peninsular plateau lies on the other. The region lying to the east of the Eastern Ghats is known as the Eastern Coastal Plain. It is well known for its fishing industry. Chennai, Puducherry, Machilipatnam, and Vishakhapatnam are the well known ports located on the eastern coastal plain. The region lying to the west of the Western Ghats is known as the Western Coastal Plain. It is narrower than the Eastern Coastal Plain. This area has black, fertile soil with alluvium deposits which is conducive to the growth of crops. The Western Coastal Plain is renowned for its transportation, services, and fishing industry. The major ports and cities like Mumbai, Kandla, Mangaluru, Calicut, and Thiruvananthapuram are located in this region. Students, the southern part of India is covered by sea from three sides. The coastline of India is approximately 7,517 km long. There are narrow plains located at the border of the southern coast. On one side of these coastal plains is the ocean, and on the other side is the peninsular plateau. Mainly, there are two coastal plains in the southern part of India. First one is East Coast Plain. The plains on the eastern coast of India are known as East Coast Plain. The important ports and cities in the East Coast Plain are Chennai, Pondicherry, Machilipatnam, and Vishakhapatnam. The East Coast Plain is known for its fishing industry. And the second is West Coast Plain. The plains on the western coast of India are known as West Coast Plain. The important ports and cities in the West Coast Plain are Kandla, Mumbai, Mangalore, Calicut, and Thiruvananthapuram. The West Coast Plain is also known for its rich black fertile soil. Also, some regions of this coast have rich alluvium deposits. Overall, the West Coast Plain is fertile and yields good crop. The West Coast Plain is narrower than the East Coast Plain. Archipelagos or islands. A piece of land smaller than a continent that is surrounded by water is an island. A group of many such islands form an archipelago. The Lakshadweep and Minicoy Islands are situated in the Arabian Sea towards the west of India, whereas the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are situated in the Bay of Bengal towards the east of India. Students, a piece of land covered by water from all sides is called archipelagos or island. The islands of India can be divided into two main parts, one located in the east and the other in the west. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are located in the east of India in the Bay of Bengal, and the Lakshadweep and Minicoy Island are located in the west of India in the Arabian Sea. Desert. The desert of Rajasthan lies to the west of the Aravalli mountain range. The soil here is sandy and the climate is dry and unbearable. Most of the time, this region receives less than 20 centimeters of annual rainfall. Hence, it faces water shortage and remains dry, barren, and uninhabited. Due to the scarcity of water and unavailability of basic necessities, The population of this region is very less. Date palms and caravans pulled by camels are seen in this region. North Rajasthan is being irrigated through the river Satluj via the Indira Canal. The canal has succeeded in turning the area fertile and favorable for agricultural growth. The kind of desert in the run of Kutch differs from the desert of Rajasthan desert. The Kutch desert is divided into two parts, Big Run and Small Run. The soil of the run of Kutch is highly saline. It appears as if the desert soil is covered with a white sheet. This is the only desert of its kind in the world. Students, there are two main deserts of India. Number one is desert of Rajasthan and number two is desert of Gujarat. The desert of Rajasthan lies in the west of the Aravalli Mountains. It is also called the Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert. The land here is sandy. The climate is dry, hot, and barren. Temperature is unbearable, and there is scanty rainfall, even lesser than 20 centimeter. There is also scarcity of water. Even the basic goods necessary for sustaining life are not available in this region. The only trees that can be grown here are dates or cactus. Camels are used for transportation here. Due to all these issues, maximum part of the desert is sparsely or thinly populated. The northern part of Rajasthan is provided irrigation facility from river Satluj through the Indira Canal. This has changed the face of the desert region of Rajasthan. This change has made the desert region greener by developing agriculture in Rajasthan. The second one is desert of Gujarat. The desert of Gujarat lies in the northern part of Gujarat. It is also called the Run of Kutch. The Run of Kutch is different from the desert of Rajasthan. The Run of Kutch is vast saline land. It is sandy. The sand here is white in color. In the Run of Kutch, it seems as if the earth has been covered with a white sheet, and this is the only white desert of the world. The Run of Kutch can be divided into two parts, the Little Run of Kutch and the Great Run of Kutch. Students, here we end our chapter 7, India, location, border, area and physiography. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon for the latest updates.